Well, hey there, Anne. How are you today? Today I'm going to do something a little different. I am going to do makeovers of some of the Barbies I've already opened because after looking at them and changing clothes and things on them, I've seen things that I really want to change. Some of them more than others. On this one, this is the Barbie from that came with that set. The with She was the $155 Barbie, the newest one, and I think she's she's overall quite nice as far as what she needs, and I love the hair color, but it looks very dry in the back. So I want to try to fix her hair. As you can see it just looks dry. And I think the girl could use some nail polish as well. So for this one, I'm going to attempt to do the hair fix up and nail polish. And so I'm guessing with her, it probably shouldn't take too long. The next doll I want to give a makeover to is this poor little gal, this little petite poor Barbie. Most of the clothes don't fit her very well. However, her hair does need some loving. I I didn't like her hair coming out of the box. I tried to fix it where I could. I tried to cut off some of the dead hair, which did help, but it still needs it needs a lot more help. So I'm going to try that. And I want to give her a new a new lip color because I just do not think that that lip color on this particular little girl is very becoming. It doesn't really do much for her, so come up with something a little more her. So these are my All right. plans. I also want to fix her hair. When I first did it, it still looks off. This is another one of the BMR dolls. This is the one with a really weird blonde hair that went off to two sides that was just, to me, atrocious. And I did wash her hair, and I thought I could be happy with it with some long ringlets, but what happened though is it just ended up the ringlets very quickly just became a big mass of hair, and so I need to give her something else that can be combed through without looking like like a rat has set up housekeeping in her hair. Um, Really, I don't think she needs much more than that. I believe she has fingernail polish, or does she? Does she? No. All right. Well, I guess you could also use a little bit of fingernail polish since I'm doing that. And I'm also those dolls that do not already have earrings. I think I'll pierce their ears. Fortunately, this doll, they did her makeup itself very nice and subtle. I'll just have to fix her hair. And then last, but certainly not least, my doll Victoria. She was my first of the nicer dolls, my first not strictly playline doll. So she's rather special to me, and I love her. I really do. And her hair, when you first comb it, it can look nice, but if she moves at all, it kind of gets kind of, I don't know the term. I'm going to call it swooshy. So I think her hair needs a little more TLC. I might style it back to the way it was when I got her out of the box. I also would like to give her some earrings and a little bit of nail polish, but all these girls, their hair certainly needs some love. So we're going to give them all makeovers and see how we do. Get them some clothes and yeah, have us a little fashion shoot. So anyway, stick around. Okay, so I've given all the girls I washed their hair. With this one, I washed her hair with a gentle shampoo. I conditioned the heck out of it and then boiled, did the boil wash and condition, comb, boil wash, condition, comb, boil wash. Her hair now does feel very, very soft, though it does. soft. It's got some buoyancy. However, it's still got that kind of mad woman hair. It's because, and I know it's because of the way they did the rooting on this poor lady. They just really went to town on her hair, just kind of with because to have all the different buns. So uh, I I got it as manageable as I could get it, and I think I'll just put in some kind of little hairstyle. Now this is a lady I just kind of want to enhance her a little bit because she looks very painted, just and I don't think they did her any favors on that. Some of the other dolls in this line, they did really nice makeup. And then others, they just kind of just like did a press on and then left them. So I'm just kind of like do her eyelashes a little bit. Just kind of just give them a little more so it isn't so shiny. She does have thick eyelashes, which I can appreciate. I'm going with this lighter brown because I'm figuring with between the lighter brown mixing with the black, it should then be okay. Okay, now another thing I want to do with this lady is I want to add a little, just kind of do a little accent in her eyes. Once again, to try to get some of the pixelated look out and maybe give it a little more, you know. And she's so pretty, so I'm afraid of doing much with her. So I'm just going to do a little bit down here. And I'm using watercolor pencils. I feel like they give me the best control. And please forgive my tone of voice. I've been fighting a cold. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just give her a little bit of lighter bit in the eyes. There. I'll do her irises again. And then give her some more kind of enhance the catch lights again. So I'm trying to keep the changes small and subtle because I don't want to ruin her because she is so gosh darn, she's pretty. She's a pretty doll. And I wish they'd done more for her than, what they did. Now for her lipstick. I'm hesitant to take it off because I'm not real great at repainting on. So let me first of all try to do this with her lipstick, with the lipstick still on. And once again, it's a watercolor pencil that I'm using. Not sure how I feel about the red. And I need to get some. When I'm done, I'll be putting a coat of Mod Podge gloss over her to make it look all shiny and pretty. But I do think that is a lot better. Let's see. Let me get under here. Now, I think now most people will use acrylic paint, which is absolutely fabulous. I think it's a good idea. I am just simply not, I do not have enough faith in my own abilities, though, to use that. Now, I think I might add just a little bit of other color in there just to kind of give her a little bit of more detail on those lips. So let's see. Let's see if it works out well or if it looks horrible. I'm hoping it won't look horrible. So I'm thinking kind of just add a little bit of this texture to the lips. And I'm going to try one other little color in there. So, it's from a time I used to love to draw people, but it's been forever ago. Her nail polish is absolutely fine, as you can see. So, I'm going to see if I have maybe a color close to that. And try to do her little toes. All right. So it isn't a massive change. Her ears are already pierced, so I don't have to pierce her ears. But what do you guys think? You think it works? I think so. I already like her mouth, her lipstick better. I mean, it's still kind of bright, but it isn't as bad, and it sure doesn't look as pixelated. So, okay. All right. On with the next one. Next up is the Barbie that came with that set that had the vanity already in it. So with her, all I did for her was once again the shampoo, conditioner, and just the one dunk for the boil wash. And it did make her bring her hair so it looks a lot more, more together. There took out the frizz that had been in there, and it is very very nice. It's definitely thicker hair. You can, after doing her hair and some of the others, you can certainly see the difference in the quality of the hair. And this girl obviously doesn't need a lot of work. However, I do want her eyes still look a little cartoonish. So I'm just going to kind of make her face look a little more natural, I guess. So the first thing I'm going to do is give her a little color up in her nostrils. I do want to be very careful because I don't want to look like she's got boogers. There we go. Just a little bit. Okay, now her lipstick is fine. I'm going to leave her lipstick alone. Her eyes, though, I mean, is it just me? I think the eyes are a little less than, they just don't look as nice. Then her eyebrows, they need to be more drawn. Let me see if I can do that with this. No, I already lost the color on it. Now on her eyes, I do want to change her eye color a bit because I'm not entirely crazy about how that is. So I'm going to give her a little bit of gray in her eyes, just a little bit, kind of, because I really just don't like these white lines just drawn down like that. I'm really not crazy about them at all. So sometimes on these watercolor pencils, it's just waiting for the, I'm still getting familiar with them, so. And I'm actually trying to make her look not as Barbie-ish because I don't want, oh, I already have a Barbie-ish one. So I'm trying to, add some other colors in here just to have her be not as traditional. What do you think? Yeah? No? Now another thing I want to do is, she's only got the one highlight. And I'd like her to have a couple other highlights in her eyes. So she's got that one. Let me give her one right there. Didn't do the same thing on me. What to do is give her some nail polish. And with her, I'm thinking just give her like she's had like a very subtle kind of nail color. I'm going to just go with some white on her nails and see how that'll work. I know everyone has their own method, and mine is not any, and mine is certainly not groundbreaking. I mean, the general idea is to put something sharp into the ears and wiggle it around. So what I'm going to do with her is I want her ear to be pierced right about there. So put the pin in, and I do wiggle it around, and there we go. And now I'm going to grab one of these earrings for her. I want something small. They all look so big though. Maybe these little ones. So anyway, yeah, I got these were on clearance at my local Walmart. And now I am not, I don't go to Walmart so much because I'm like crazy about Walmart. It's just where I live, it's literally kind of like the only store near us. It's yeah. So, you go where you have access to things. And I do a lot of my shopping online also for obvious reasons then, because your only option is a small Walmart. Our store definitely. Oh, I have my fingers. I'm so terrible at holding things. Our little store, there's a lot it doesn't carry. There's the one earring. As you can see, there's the hole for her other earring. And you just kind of push it through. And then after a while, they come in and out really, obviously they come out in and out really easy, but there you go for the earrings for her. And so just touched up her face a bit. The eyes, kind of give her a little less of the, I don't know, that look that they have. So I know that, yeah. Okay, so I'd say she's, other than putting on some different clothes, she's done. I now have Victoria. Victoria's hair, I also did a wash, a conditioner, and just the one dunk on the boil wash. I wanted her hair to be straight because that little bit of wave that she had kept looking tangled, and I just didn't like it. But her hair is, oh my goodness, it is so soft. Look at that. So it came out beautifully. I really like how it came out. Now, Victoria does not need any help in the makeup department. The Barbie Looks line dolls, they did much nicer job on their features. As you can see, their eyes are not as large. The painting on them is better. You have a lot more detail. She's just Yeah, her makeup doesn't. She doesn't need any help with her makeup. Close up is this little gal. I think she remains one of my favorites. I think she's very beautiful. This is another one of the BMR lines, but this is one of the dolls they actually took the time to give her a nice face. And so with her, this is a doll she originally came with her hair. It was all big, it was blown two big poofs of curls under a hat. And I thought it looked atrocious. And honestly, her outfit was terrible too. So what is with her? I did wash, condition, and then a literal boil wash, as in I actually boiled this, put this in actively boiling water, and then condition, and then more boil wash. If you want to see how to wash the doll's hair and get some ideas for hairstyles, you can try go to Barbie Nation. His just his tutorials on on washing their hair. He does a beautiful job. That the videos are very entertaining just in and of themselves. So I recommend going to his site and checking them out. I literally just followed one of them, and that's what I did for her. She still does have some of the curl, some of the wave, and I kind of want to get straighter, but after a while, you have to kind of bow to the inevitable. However, it does comb now without looking like a big rat's nest. So yeah, I can live with this hair. I can live with this. You know, I tried to straighten it before and leave it with a little bit more curls, but it very quickly turned into a mess. So anyway, so on her face, I think she's pretty much good. I definitely don't need to fix her eyes because, like I said, her eyes are painted beautifully. And so I think the next thing we're going to do is put them in some fresh clothes and see how it all comes out. Well, that brings me to the end of my video. I know it wasn't anything big and massive. It was, but maybe you learned something from this or a different way of doing things that you had done before. It was just meant to show that you can do changes on your dolls without having to do a complete repaint, and you don't have to be a master painter. Just subtle little things. And like I said, please, I'm hopefully I can remember, but if you want to find out different ways of treating doll hair that you don't already know, though most of you probably do, but if you don't, definitely check out Barbie Nation. He does such a wonderful job on his remodels, on their makeovers. But I am happy with how these two came out. I know the differences are small, but that I think they helped. And this girl in particular, although I think I'll probably have to go in and give her a reroute instead. I'm just not liking her hair. They did not do that doll much justice for her hair. And I realized this one was pretty much probably boring because all I really had to do was fix her hair. And the same thing with Victoria here. And this Barbie, like I said, I'm trying to have a difference between the different Barbies that they have, and the one in my collection that I'm considering Barbie is the one with the kind of the short hair that came with the pink jacket and pink pants in the Barbie style collection. To me, she is what I would want Barbie to be, and this one is like cousin, sister, whatever. But I do want them differentiated, and
Yeah. And I do find it interesting that she's the very Barbie-ish Barbie style one. And I'm guessing she's supposed to be the Barbie of the Barbie looks line. And she is the Barbie of the BMR line. And then, of course, we have my favorite Barbie. And this is the one I like the most for Barbie. Because I like how she has that playful sideways glance. So anyway, people, thank you very much for stopping by. If you like this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe, comment down below, let me know what I missed. If I messed something up, let me know that too. Did I show you anything different? Did I go too far on something? Did I not go far enough? What do you think of the outfits and the other outfits? I thought about giving you a few outfit changes, but I know I do that a lot. And this is more about changing up their faces and changing up their clothes. So I wanted to make it more about the little changes for the dolls themselves. But anyway, once again, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate you coming over. And have a great day, everybody. And goodbye.